Have you ever felt like the past is constantly tugging at you, preventing you from moving forward, or felt weighed down by relationships that drain your energy and rob you of your peace? It's something many of us experience, but the good news is that it doesn't have to be this way. Imagine a life where you can let go of these heavy burdens, where the weight of regret, toxic relationships, and resentment no longer hold you back from experiencing the fullness of joy, freedom, and peace. In this video, we'll explore how you can free yourself from 3 common habits that weigh you down and discover the tools to embrace a lighter, more meaningful life. Picture yourself on a journey where you let go of all that no longer serves you. A journey where the past doesn't dominate your thoughts, and the relationships you nurture bring you joy, not stress. Imagine a life where resentment and old wounds no longer control your emotions. Instead, each day becomes an opportunity to embrace the present moment, cultivate meaningful connections, and move toward peace and fulfillment. This journey toward peace begins with the decision to release the burdens of the past, and it starts right now. The first habit you need to let go of is regret. It's a common experience to look back on life and wish you had done things differently. You may have missed opportunities, made mistakes, or left things unsaid. These lingering thoughts can keep you up at night, playing out what-if scenarios in your mind. But here's the important question to ask yourself. Does dwelling on the past truly help you move forward? The answer is no. Regret may seem powerful, but it doesn't change the past, and it certainly doesn't bring peace. It only ties you to a time that you can no longer control. Instead of letting regret weigh you down, you can choose to see it as a lesson rather than a burden. Every misstep, every moment you wish you could have done differently, is evidence that you've lived fully. You've taken risks, you've tried, and you've learned. And that is worth celebrating, not condemning. Imagine carrying around a suitcase full of regrets, feeling the weight of each missed opportunity and mistake with every step you take. Now picture yourself putting that suitcase down, feeling the freedom as you take a deep breath, and realizing that the past no longer defines you. To begin letting go of regrets, follow these 3 simple steps. First, accept your past. Acknowledge that things happened, but remind yourself that it no longer has a hold on you. Second, learn from it. What lessons have those regrets taught you? What strength have you gained from them? Take the time to write them down. And third, focus on the present. What can you do today to create joy and meaning in your life? The past is just one chapter of your life story. It doesn't define who you are or what your future can be. By letting go of regret, you open the door to living in the present moment and creating a future filled with peace and happiness. The second habit to release is relationships that no longer serve you. As you grow older, the relationships in your life begin to feel more clear. You start to realize that not everyone you meet is meant to stay in your life forever. Some relationships that once brought joy may now feel more like burdens. They may leave you feeling drained, unappreciated, or emotionally exhausted after every interaction. If this sounds familiar, it might be time to let go of those relationships. But letting go isn't about harboring anger or bitterness. It's a choice to honor yourself and your well-being. It's about creating space in your life for the people who truly uplift and support you. Think of your life as a garden. Some relationships are like flowers, bringing beauty, color, and vitality to your world. Others, however, are like weeds, quietly draining your energy, spreading negativity, and taking up valuable space. If you don't remove these weeds, there won't be room for the flowers to thrive. So how can you begin letting go? Start by identifying which relationships bring you happiness, trust, and encouragement. These are the connections worth nurturing and keeping close. On the flip side, Identify those relationships that leave you feeling emotionally depleted or undervalued. Be honest with yourself about the people who bring negativity into your life. Letting go doesn't have to mean cutting ties abruptly. You can take a more gradual approach by reducing the time and energy you invest in relationships that no longer align with your peace and well-being. At first, this might feel difficult, and you might even feel guilty. But remember that choosing peace and self-care is not something to feel guilty about. You deserve to be surrounded by people who value you, support you, and make you feel good about yourself. By letting go of relationships that drain you, you create the space for healthier, more fulfilling connections to flourish. The third habit to release is resentment. Holding on to anger, bitterness, and resentment is like carrying around a heavy weight. It's an emotional burden that slowly chips away at your peace of mind, your joy, and even your health. You might find yourself clinging to past hurts, unable to forgive someone who wronged you, thinking that holding on to this anger will protect you. But in reality, all it does is keep you stuck in the past and prevent you from experiencing the freedom you deserve. Resentment is like holding a burning coal in your hand, waiting for the right moment to throw it at the person who hurt you. But in the process, you're the one getting burned. Resentment poisons your thoughts, influences your actions, and can even lead to physical health problems over time. In order to find true peace, you must let go of resentment. This doesn't mean that you forget the wrongs done to you, nor does it mean that you condone them. Forgiveness isn't for the other person. It's a gift that you give yourself. Forgiveness frees you from the grip of anger, allowing space for joy and freedom to return. One of the most important aspects of letting go of resentment is learning to forgive yourself. Maybe you've been holding on to guilt or regret for past mistakes. But remember, you did the best you could with what you knew at the time. Everyone makes mistakes, and those mistakes don't define who you are. In fact, they've shaped you into the resilient, wise person you are today. To let go of resentment, begin by acknowledging the pain. Recognize that the hurt happened and it affected you deeply, but decide that you will not allow it to control you any longer. Set the intention to forgive, not for the other person, but for yourself. Forgiveness may not happen overnight, but commit to the process. Repeat to yourself, "I am ready to forgive because I deserve peace." When you forgive, you release the hold that resentment has on you, and you open your heart to healing. Each day, remind yourself that forgiveness is a journey, and with each step, you're lightening your heart, clearing your mind, and allowing yourself to live fully. In conclusion, the path to peace, especially as you grow older, is about learning to let go. To truly live fully and happily, you must release the burdens that no longer serve you. Let go of regrets, recognizing them as valuable lessons rather than weights that hold you down. Distance yourself from relationships that drain you, choosing quality connections that bring joy and respect. And most importantly, release resentment, embracing forgiveness not as a gift to others, but as a gift to yourself. By letting go of these three habits, you will feel lighter, happier, and freer. Life is a book, and the most beautiful chapters are still ahead of you. Choose to begin this new chapter today, free from the chains of the past. Choose peace, choose joy, and choose freedom. Your journey to a brighter, more fulfilling life starts now, and it begins with letting go of what no longer serves you. You deserve a life of serenity, love, and fulfillment, and the time to start is now. As we continue on the path to a more peaceful and fulfilling life, it's important to recognize that there are even more habits that can hold us back from experiencing the freedom we deserve. In addition to letting go of regret, draining relationships, and resentment, there are two more common habits that often weigh us down: the habit of perfectionism and the habit of holding on to fear. Both of these can prevent us from truly embracing the present and enjoying life as it is. By letting go of these habits, you can step into a life that feels lighter, freer, and full of possibility. The fourth habit to release is perfectionism. Perfectionism can be a silent but powerful force that drives you to push yourself beyond your limits, constantly striving for an unattainable ideal. You might find yourself obsessing over every little detail, seeking validation through flawless outcomes, or feeling frustrated when things don't go exactly as planned. This can lead to stress, burnout, and a constant sense of dissatisfaction, no matter how much you accomplish. The truth is, perfectionism often prevents you from enjoying the process and the journey of life. Instead of embracing imperfections and learning from them, you focus on avoiding failure at all costs, which leaves little room for growth or self-compassion. To let go of perfectionism, start by reminding yourself that perfection is an illusion. There is no such thing as perfect, and trying to achieve it only leads to exhaustion and frustration. Shift your focus to progress instead of perfection. Celebrate the small victories, the moments of learning, and the steps forward, no matter how imperfect they may seem. Embrace mistakes as opportunities for growth, and understand that imperfection is what makes life beautiful and unique. Allow yourself to be human, to fail, to stumble, and to rise again. Instead of obsessing over flawless results, focus on doing your best in the moment and letting go of the need to control every outcome. When you release the grip of perfectionism, you give yourself the freedom to enjoy the present, to embrace your journey, and to grow in ways that feel authentic to you. The fifth habit to let go of is fear. Fear can be one of the most limiting forces in your life, keeping you stuck in the safety of what is familiar, even if it no longer serves you. Whether it's fear of failure, fear of the unknown, or fear of judgment from others, it has a way of paralyzing you and preventing you from taking risks or stepping outside of your comfort zone. But fear, while natural, doesn't have to dictate your actions or decisions. The truth is, most of what we fear never actually happens. And even when it does, we often find we are more resilient and capable than we ever imagined. To let go of fear, it's important to first acknowledge it. Recognize when fear is holding you back and ask yourself, what am I really afraid of? Is it the possibility of failure, or is it the unknown? Understanding the root of your fear can help you reframe it and see it for what it truly is, an obstacle to your growth and happiness. Next, begin to take small steps outside of your comfort zone. Every time you face your fears and take action despite them, you build resilience and confidence. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the ability to move forward in spite of it. Over time, you'll find that fear no longer holds the power it once did, and you will be freer to explore new opportunities, take risks, and live a life that's fully aligned with your true desires. By letting go of fear, you make room for excitement, adventure, and the joy that comes from embracing the unknown. Incorporating the release of perfectionism and fear into your journey will transform your life in ways you may not have imagined. These two habits, along with regret, draining relationships, and resentment, often hold us back from experiencing the richness of life that we all deserve. By letting go of these habits, you create the space for peace, freedom, and fulfillment. With each step, you shed the unnecessary burdens that weigh you down, and you begin to walk more lightly, confidently, and joyfully into the future that awaits you. Remember, life is a journey of growth, and every day is an opportunity to make choices that bring you closer to the peace and happiness you deserve. Let go of what no longer serves you and embrace the beauty of living fully in the present. If you're loving the content, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update. Join the community and stay tuned for more exciting videos coming your way.